Big news has now arrived on Gunners. You want to know all the details, so follow me until the end of the video. But first, if you are in love with Arsenal, show your love and subscribe to THE channel now and turn on notifications. Here we post daily news and behind the scenes of the biggest club in THE Premier League, Arsenal. Thank you. Burnley vs Arsenal. Football.London writers pick their starting 11. As Arsenal prepare to travel to Turf Moor on Saturday, the Football.London writers have shared their thoughts on who Mikel Arteta should trust in his starting lineup. After a perfect October, 6 wins and 6 clean sheets, Arteta will be eager for his side to carry that momentum into November. But Burnley presents a very different challenge. The Gunners know they must be at their absolute best to secure all 3 points. It's a big opportunity for us, but we need to maintain this level of consistency, and we know exactly how difficult that is, Arteta told reporters on Friday. Tomorrow will be an extremely tough match, and we'll need to repeat our highest standards to win. A victory would see Arsenal extend their lead at the top of the Premier League to 7 points, giving them a comfortable cushion in a tightly contested season. Tom Canton's pick. After several changes midweek, Arteta could return to his usual starting 11. But there's a strong case for rewarding the players who impressed in the midweek win over Brighton. For me, Nwaneri is the perfect choice, slotting in as the number 10 alongside Eberechi, while staying wide on the left. Beyond that, there's little reason to make major changes. Christian Mosquera is expected to replace the injured William Saliba, although the French international is aiming to return this weekend. Another narrow 1-0 victory would be welcome for Arsenal. Tom Canton's Arsenal 11 vs Burnley. Raya, White, Mosquera, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubimendi, Rice, Nwaneri, Soccer, Gyökeres, Sam Trulove's pick. On paper, this might look like a straightforward fixture, but Turf Moor rarely makes life easy. Burnley will be highly motivated, so Arsenal cannot afford to underestimate Scott Parker's side. The defence almost picks itself, with the talented Mosquera stepping in for Saliba. Zubimendi and Declan Rice should continue in midfield, but I wonder if Mikel Merino could join them to form a 3-man midfield. This would allow to shift to the left, giving Arsenal extra creativity, while Leandro Trossard could come in to make an impact if needed. Victor Gyökeres is eager for a goal and should get plenty of chances, and Bukayo Saka, who started on the bench against Brighton, will return to the starting 11. Sam Trulove's Arsenal 11 vs Burnley. Raya, White, Mosquera, Gabriel, Calafiori, Zubimendi, Rice, Merino, Soccer, Gyökeres, Beyond the starting 11 debates, Arsenal face another layer of pressure heading into Turf Moor. Fire with Gabriel Martinelli sidelined and William Saliba still a doubt, Arteta will need to rely on squad depth and the younger players to step up. How they handle these absences could define Arsenal's November, and send a message to their Premier League rivals. Burnley, for their part, will see this as a chance to make life difficult for the leaders. Stadium Scott Parker's men are likely to sit deep, defend stubbornly, and look to hit on the counter. Turf Moor has a reputation for humbling even the strongest sides, and Arsenal cannot afford to be complacent. The broader implications of this match are significant. Maintaining momentum, a win keeps Arsenal on their winning streak, reinforcing confidence across the squad. White heavy check mark. Testing squad depth, injuries to key players will show how well Arteta can rotate and keep the team sharp. Psychological impact. A strong performance under pressure sends a clear message to title challengers. Arsenal are serious contenders. Trophy. Boost for Burnley. Even a draw could give Parker's squad a morale boost and spark a turnaround in their season. Tactically, Arsenal will likely focus on controlling possession, exploiting the wings, and capitalizing on set pieces, while Burnley will aim to frustrate and disrupt. Cross-swords key battles to watch include Soccer against Burnley's fullbacks, Gyökeres looking for his first goal, and Mosquera trying to fill the gap left by Saliba. All eyes will be on Arteta's decisions, and how his mix of experience and youth adapts to this tricky fixture could shape the Gunners' season ahead. One thing is certain, Turf Moor rarely gives points away, and Saturday's clash promises to be a tense, compelling battle. High voltage sign. Arteta provides injury updates on William Saliba and Gabriel Martinelli ahead of Burnley clash. As Arsenal prepare to travel to Turf Moor this Saturday, Mikel Arteta has provided the latest updates on the club's injury situation ahead of their Premier League clash with Burnley. Gabriel Martinelli will miss the game once again. The Brazilian had already been sidelined for the midweek Carabao Cup victory over Brighton after taking a knock during Arsenal's win over Crystal Palace last weekend. Speaking at Friday's press conference, Arteta confirmed Martinelli's absence and revealed that William Saliba's fitness will be assessed up until the last possible moment. "No, I think it's the same as before," Arteta said. "Martinelli is still out. As for Saliba, we'll have to wait and see. We have one more training session this afternoon. The rest are getting closer and closer. I think we're on the right path, but it's not final yet." When asked about a potential return date for Martinelli, Arteta added, "No, we don't know yet. I think this game will come too early for him." On the club's longer-term absences, he said, "I'd say weeks for some, and hopefully, some will return soon if their progress continues as it is. It's difficult to predict a specific game, especially with the 2-week international break coming up. After that, I think some of them will be back. Maybe not all, but we should be very close by then." Currently, Kai Havertz, Noni Madueke, and Martin Degaard are also in recovery, and Arteta is optimistic they will be available in time for the North London derby after the November international break. "Yes, I'm excited because they're incredible players," he said. "I see them training every day, how desperate they are to be part of the team. The boost it will give the squad, and these players, after so much time out, will be massive. I'm very happy it's happening soon." Gabriel Jesus, who returned from a serious knee injury earlier this year, remains sidelined and may not play again until December. A win against Burnley would allow Arsenal to extend their lead at the top of the Premier League to 7 points. Meanwhile, their nearest rivals face challenging fixtures. Bournemouth visits Manchester City on Sunday. Tottenham hosts Chelsea at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium at 5:30 p.m. local time, and Liverpool takes on Aston Villa in Saturday's 8 p.m. kickoff. The pressure is now on Arteta to navigate this tricky period while keeping Arsenal's momentum alive. High voltage sign with key players like Martinelli and Saliba unavailable, the spotlight falls on the squad's depth and the younger talents to step up. How they perform over the next few matches could shape the title race and define Arsenal's ability to cope with adversity. Burnley will make life difficult. Stadium Scott Parker's side is likely to defend deep, disrupt Arsenal's rhythm, and look for opportunities on the counter-attack. Turf Moor has a history of punishing even the strongest teams, and the Gunners cannot afford any lapses in focus. The ripple effects of these absences are significant. Squad rotation and responsibility. Players like Nwaneri, Gyökeres, and Zubimendi may see more game time, testing their readiness and resilience. Flexed biceps. Psychological impact. Maintaining form despite injuries will boost confidence and demonstrate Arsenal's title credentials. Trophy. Fixture congestion. With international breaks and tight schedules, managing player fitness is crucial to avoid further setbacks. Stopwatch hash. Rival opportunities. Tottenham, Liverpool, and Manchester City are all looking to capitalize on any slip-ups, making every point vital. Cross swords hash. Looking ahead, the potential return of Havertz, Degaard, and Madueke after the November international break could provide a huge lift. Sparkles their presence would not only strengthen Arsenal's midfield creativity, but also relieve pressure on players who have been carrying the load in recent weeks. Arteta's challenge is clear: balance caution with ambition. A strong performance against Burnley will not just extend Arsenal's lead, it will send a message to the rest of the Premier League that the Gunners can weather adversity and keep pushing for the title. Explosion symbol. Martin Degaard provides injury update as return to Tottenham clash looms. Arsenal captain Martin Degaard has offered a promising update on his recovery from a knee injury, keeping fans hopeful about a potential return in time for the North London derby against Tottenham. The 26-year-old has been sidelined for a month with a medial collateral ligament injury in his left knee, sustained during Arsenal's match against West Ham United. Since then, Degaard has missed national team duties and several key fixtures under Mikel Arteta. His recovery process has included using an anti-gravity treadmill, allowing him to gradually rebuild strength and mobility while minimizing stress on the injured knee. Speaking in his notes for the Arsenal matchday program, Degaard said, "I'd love to be playing, but I'm still recovering. It's going well, and I'm making a lot of progress." He added, "I've started moving more and have been using the anti-gravity machine this week. It's great to feel that I'm heading in the right direction and can do a little more each day at sober. It's hard work, but seeing progress is motivating." Degaard's season has been interrupted by multiple injuries, including a shoulder problem that also kept him off the pitch. Despite these setbacks, the Norwegian is eager to return to action. "It's hard to set a return date with this kind of injury, especially on my left leg," he explained. "A lot depends on how my body responds when I start training again.
Sometimes it can be painful when you begin passing, shooting, and doing all the movements with that leg, so it's difficult to say exactly when I'll be back. For now, he remains focused on steady progress. All I can say is that I'm recovering really well at the moment. We'll know more once I start training again, and if everything goes smoothly, the recovery could be quicker than expected. If all goes well, De Gea could be back in contention for Arsenal's crucial clash with Tottenham on November 23rd, adding another creative spark to a side already chasing Premier League glory. High voltage sign. De Gea's potential return carries significant weight for Arsenal, not just in terms of on-field creativity but also for the psychological boost it would give the squad. The captain has been a pivotal figure in orchestrating Arsenal's attacking play, and his absence has forced Arteta to adapt tactics and rely on younger or less experienced players to fill the creative gap. The timing of his comeback will be crucial. Arsenal face a series of challenging fixtures following the November international break, including high-stakes matches against Tottenham, Chelsea, and other top Premier League rivals. De Gea's presence could help maintain momentum as the title race intensifies, providing much-needed consistency and leadership in the midfield. Arteta and his medical team remain cautious, emphasizing that a premature return could risk aggravating the injury. The focus is on ensuring that De Gea regains full fitness and confidence before stepping back onto the pitch. This careful approach highlights the club's long-term vision for player management, particularly for key figures whose influence extends beyond matchday performance. For fans, the news is cautiously optimistic. De Gea's updates signal that recovery is progressing well, and while no exact return date can yet be guaranteed, there is hope that he could be back for one of the season's most anticipated fixtures, the North London derby. His comeback would not only strengthen Arsenal's squad depth but also inject renewed energy and morale, potentially influencing the outcomes of crucial matches in the title race. Ultimately, De Gea's rehabilitation is a test of patience and resilience, both for the player and the team. How he reintegrates into the squad, and how Arsenal manage his minutes, could have a lasting impact on their push for the Premier League crown.